Dr. Bhurji Saab. How are you?
I'm always good, always happy. How are you?
You know, on time. I
Good.
wasn't sure I was going to make it on time. But first off, I have to thank you for letting us in your office, in your home, I guess, at the same time. Your home office, you work like...
Uh,
I watch you treat some of your patients. I
Yes.
know, and you treat them like family.
that's the way pediatrics is.
Yeah.
We have to be catering to the family, even though the child is coming here. The whole family is involved because the child is sick. So we have to look at the mother, the father, the grandparents. You saw a grandmother also came with a child. So I am very open, and that's the reason of my success is to treat everybody as if I'm treating my own family, so that I'm providing more than what is necessary.
Yeah, because in the couple interactions, you mentioned other doctors. You're like, oh, so you were referred by so and so. You were referred, so you hadn't seen these people before, and
No.
it was like, I mean, it just you connected. It was
Yeah.
very nice to see.
It's
So if
always
you're
easy to
looking for a
connect.
doctor for your young one, here's a plug for this gentleman, and definitely a gentleman. You want to reach out. We'll have all the contact information at the end of the show, anyways. So yeah, that was amazing interaction, and we won't show the faces of the patients we had in here, but you have to see the interaction. It was amazing. I mean, do I get a sucker at the end?
Yeah, we'll check you up too.
Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna be checked up here today.
Yeah,
too,
and
so,
I've
all
got
right.
some devices also to use on you.
I have a bodyguard. So.
Oh wow, okay. Now I've got muscles.
All right. Now, before we get into where we are today, what you do, let's talk about a history of you. Now, I know I did a little bit of research,
Yeah.
and I usually don't. I like
Okay.
to figure out on the spot. But you started off at 93 raising funds with the BC Children's Hospital?
Absolutely.
Tell me about that.
I came to BC Children's Hospital in 1991 to become a specialist. I was MD before that, and I was actually practicing in Newfoundland as a family doctor for a year and a half. So I moved from the province of Newfoundland, cold weather,
And
to beautiful
weird English.
weird English, lot of slang, lot of new faces used to call me Dr. Boy. That's the way they and they're very funny people, but they're very simple. Most of them they're fishermen, and most of them they're Scottish and Irish descent. Humble people, nice people, and I was there in a small village to begin with, and then from there I moved to BC Children's to become specialist in pediatrics, and then I met Sushma Dutt. That was only one production company called IT Productions, and Sushma has the idea that as a community we should link together. So we started the first Children's Hospital fundraising event in 1993, and now it's grown up. And Robin Dheer and also Atish Ram and a couple of other people involved to make it bigger and better.
A few of those names you said, I've heard them before. I actually am going to go backwards here. So, what made you go to Newfoundland?
I mean, the thing is, when I come to Canada, I did my exams, and there was need over there. Other places I had to do my training again to get my license. So I said that that's a better deal. You know, I've got my exams done. I don't have to wait. So I was working there as a licensed physician in that province, because a lot of parts of Canada is still underserviced with physicians. In Lower Mainland or near the border of US Canada, there are a lot of physicians because those are the high density population and people want to live in. But in rural part, they're still deficient.
No, you see it all the time. They're asking for doctors to move up north
Absolutely.
to the smaller places and full accommodation, but it's just hard getting them to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, sick. I know we call it Sikh for some reason, but we are sick. And your patients, are they all different backgrounds?
Yeah, about 40% of my patients are Caucasian, 60% are people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. And I speak about 7 languages, so I can connect with them. So like I can speak Urdu, so that's good for Pakistani people. I can speak a little bit of Bangla, so Bangladesh. From Sri Lanka, I speak Tamil. I don't speak Sinhalese, although Sinhalese is the main language in Sri Lanka. But a lot of patients living here are from Tamil descent because they were refugees in Canada. And I've been to Sri Lanka also, so I learned more Tamil while I was there.
So if we had to, you could spill the beans in 7 different languages here.
Yes, I can.
You didn't include English? Or
Well,
Punjabi,
English,
or
Punjabi,
Hindi?
Gujarati, Marathi, Hindi.
Gujarati.
Yeah, mane Gujarati avde છે.
That reminds me of a movie Kurbani. I think a guy in a small car used to always go Palluade or something like that. Okay, anyways, we'll go into that.
Good memory.
So 93, Children's Hospital. 91 was Newfoundland coming over to this side. I remember you mentioned going to. It was a
Sri Lanka.
no, the tsunami.
Tsunami.
So tsunami relief was that Sri Lanka or was
Sri
that
Lanka.
Haiti?
Sri Lanka.
Oh,
So the tsunami hit quite bad, and it hit the mostly Tamil area near Kalmuni, Batikola, Jaffna area where the Tamil tigers used to be in those days.
okay.
Prabhakar, he's no more there because they all wiped out. But in 2005, when the tsunami hit, it was Boxing Day, I remember. So I had this passion to go and help. So it took me a while to get our charity, and we were there for in Sri Lanka for over a year and a half. Canadian military and Canadian personals were also there for purification of pond water to drinking water, because when everything collapses, you need water, you need food, you need shelter, and you need medical help. So we were providing the medical help in Sri Lanka. I was there for a month.
He's mentioned a lot of things there, the basic necessities of life. We live in a first world. So say we have a little bit of an earthquake or a storm go through. We don't feel the effects of a third world country.
No.
Where the houses are made of mud huts or the roads are of dirt and the water running is free. When a natural disaster goes through those territories, which you might have seen with all the earthquakes, the Japan, all that stuff we've seen lately, but it doesn't compare to the reality of it.
We established a small mini hospital there also. We had outpouring of help, of funds, physicians, nurses. We were like a team which helped a village in Kalmuni, Kalmuni,
Okay.
and more Tamil I learned there.
Okay, well, tell me if you have something in particular that sticks out from that memory of going there and helping, like either one child story or one recovery or one family situation or something that's personal to you.
I mean, I remember, like, I'm a neonatologist also dealing with premature babies, and a woman was supposed to have a baby, and preterm, premature, born before time, and we don't have ventilator. Normally over here we put them on breathing machine. So whole day, whole night, I'm manually doing it, and the child survives. So it's kind of those things, like even one survival gives you so much. You don't care about your sleepless night then, because then the outcome is so positive, because that life probably tomorrow might become some leader or some major contributor to the humanity.
Okay, I'm going to go off topic because you're leading me to somewhere. So why treat children?
Children, I'm very passionate because children are pure souls. See, a lot of time, even though you can see my beard is white, but at my heart I'm a child. When I go home, my child, two of my daughters are physicians. They think dad is still a child. So I want the child in me to be there alive all the time. And children are building block of every society. So their physical, mental, emotional and spiritual well-being, if we provide them, they can erect society better than what we have created. So when we leave the place, we should be assured that the place is better than what we inherited.
Are you listening? This is exactly what we talked about. I can't even explain it to you. Exact words that we were talking about. Our purpose in life. If there is a purpose for man, it's to leave this place better
than what we inherited. Absolutely.
Simple answer. Simple question. If we all were to even forget Earth, forget me walking into your office today. If I walked into your office and left it a little better than when I came, so
job is done.
I was going to the grocery store, or even going somewhere to. If you leave every place you visit a little better than when they came, this world would be amazing. I like how you said that. That's awesome. So, how do you stay a big kid? I'm a big kid.
Yeah.
I know I'm a big kid.
Yes.
Serious when need be, but how do you stay jovial? How do you keep this youthful energy going?
So the kids give me the energy, first of all. Secondly, I do not believe I'm a physician, although I'm trained as a specialist, but I believe that I'm a person to help them, and I'm part of the equation. So I keep my ego down to the basics, to the zero. So I will sit down and play with them. I will sit down, kneel and examine them according to their needs. So I modify myself to what their needs are. I know the science and technology behind I need to use to examine them, diagnose and treat them. But at the end of the day, the reason my office is there in this house, which is 2,000 square feet, is the whole house is being used as an office. I don't live here. Is the feeling that they're coming to a home they're not going to be traumatized, because I used to have my office next to Surrey Memorial Hospital. They had to take elevator. First the gates closing out the fear,
The kids,
then the
yeah.
coming everywhere there is doctor sign,
Yeah.
you know that. So again,
Anxiety goes to the
anxiety, yeah.
kids, yeah, the
So they come
nervousness.
here, there's
Yeah.
free parking. They come, they play with the toys, they come see me, and a lot of them they leave, they hug, they want pictures with me. Like it's become like more of a family thing
Absolutely.
rather than a physician visit thing.
It becomes that way when you take care of somebody's little ones. They look at you differently. I mean, I like how you said that. You're not letting it grow on you. The ego. A child doesn't have an ego.
No.
So the big kid here doesn't have an ego. And I mean, we met at the dance performance a little while back.
Little
Yeah, I'm
while
not going to say the date because we might post date this. So you look like a big kid out there picking those kids up, handing out those medals.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think a couple of times you had the mic and you were waiting to get everybody dancing or something. It's like, I think you were going to.
I mean, that's what life is. You have to live in the moment.
Yeah. No?
In that moment. What I say is live in that minute, in that second, nanosecond, super, ultra, nanosecond.
Well, now that you're talking about meditating to a point where it's just in tune to the now.
Yeah, so that's called the constant state of meditative awareness. So that's where my built-in come. Like I wake up in the morning, and I keep my whatever dirt I'm accumulated in my mind, washing it, keeping it down, so that my whole day is crystal clear.
Yeah.
So it's just perception of energy and frequencies.
Yeah, we're very similar on that thought process. In India is what made me think that way.
Oh,
it was just a
interesting.
trip there, backpacking. But today is not about me. So we're going to keep on Dr. Bhurji Saab here. So Dr. Saab, we've talked a little bit about the history. We mentioned, we didn't bring up Haiti. You talked Sri Lanka. We talked the BC Children's Hospital. Do you want to tell me a story about Haiti?
Yeah, Haiti was 2010, and that was February, early Feb. I think January, mid-January. So again, I tried my best to go. The airport runway was also through the cracks of the earthquake, so they could not land. So they said, no, we cannot land at Port-au-Prince. So then I get a call a few days later that we can go from Santo Domingo. So that island, one country sent Dominican Republic, the other is Haiti. So Santo Domingo is the airport there. So we landed there after so much of turmoil going through US and my nurses. And it's very well developed. And I will tell you a funny story. I go to Santo Domingo, is so much geared to tourism, just like a resort area. And the taxi guy is driving us, and the billboards is all Aishwarya Rai.
Yeah.
I said, why Aishwarya Rai? Right?
Yeah.
I asked she's a supermodel. She advertised for everything.
This world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's advertising jewelry, clothing, makeup. So then the next morning we took a bus. So finally we went there at the border of Dominican Republic and Haiti. There is a check post. And then they just leave the bus there. The driver goes and, I don't know, take shower or whatever. You're left alone. And then Canadian passport, nobody cares. Stamp. But they're carrying other people too. That's what the delay was for a couple of hours. So when we go there and we're reaching Port-au-Prince by evening, and we can see all the houses fallen apart. It's semi-hill, so all the hills houses. We can even smell human flesh, like decomposed, like those things. Then we were in tents actually, and in the morning I would go. I tie my beard, but that time in February it was so hot that all my beard used to sweat tremendously. So I started to keep it open, red turban, and guess what? People started calling me Santa Claus.
Yeah.
So they started calling me Papa Benzo. Papa Benzo, Beanz. So I said, okay, Papa, I can understand. I look fatherly. What does Benzo mean? So then in Creole language, which is a mixture of native and French, which is a language they speak, they say Benzo means somebody very similar to Jesus.
Oh.
So they were looking at me from that spiritual side. Somebody has come to help us from medical perspective. And I have a story there which is shared heavily in news media. And it's a very, very, still touching my heart. 7th February is my birthday. And I'm there, my family is calling. I've got satellite phone because the whole infrastructure is collapsed. So we call the family by satellite phone. They're saying we are missing you. And few days before that, I rescued another premature baby and I've spent time, 34-weeker. He has survived. So on that day, the family invited me that we are going to name the child. I said, okay, name the child. He says, no, we're going to name after you. My name is Pargat, P-A-R-G-A-T. I said, okay, use P because they are Catholic. Peter, Paul, whatever. So no, we want to name Pargat. So the name of the child is Pargat, P-A-R-G-A-T, who is a Catholic, born in Haiti, growing there, probably 6 years old now.
It's amazing. What does Pargat mean?
Presence, blossoming, compassion. So Pargat means to blossom,
Yeah.
to be present, to be growing, to be compassionate. That's a gift that happened on my birthday, that a child I've saved got named after me, even after me convincing the parents name Paul or Peter.
You've turned a tragedy into a beautiful story of growth and development and connection. You made a family going to a place where natural disaster had hit and people are suffering. And in this suffering, you found some light, right? And you're going to share this. You shared this with me. You're sharing it with our audience, and other people are going to take this story and find hope and go help as well. So, wow. Okay, you do too much helping. Let's forget about the past here. Let's talk the current, the now.
Yeah.
As you were saying in the meditative, now is the power. We're going to talk briefly about the now, because I want to know what you want to do in the future. So briefly, now, what is life about now?
See, I live life every day on a daily basis, and whatever comes to me, which is good for the society, good for the children, which will enhance British Columbia, Canada, and the world, me and my wife will jump on it.
Okay, so somebody wants help, doesn't know how to approach. How do they get in touch with you?
I mean, people are connected with me on variety of ways, and we have an open door policy. Like, and they can reach me. I have my own radio show once a week. I do for 2 hours. 1 hour I take phone calls. It's 15:50 a.m. on first Saturday every month, 8 to 10 a.m. I'm on Red FM with Harjinder Thind. I'm on Facebook. I'm on WhatsApp. People know me. Sometimes they just drop in to the office. They say we need this kind of help. I said okay, we'll do it. So the help is defined into multiple dimensions. One is you can help by giving money. Second is by some education knowledge. Third is doing labor work to help them. You can help somebody by just making them laugh, just making them feel a comfort. So there are 9 dimensions to helping somebody. And there was a research done at UBC. How would you get happy? So they gave $5 bills to 200 kids and say do whatever you want, and $5 bills to 200 to say give a little bit to somebody, tiny bit, whatever you wish. After a month they came back. The first group, coffee, parking, different. Second group who gave 25 cents, $1, $2, they all reported they felt happy. So to feel happy you have to give. So giving makes you happy. You can become rich by bringing money in, but to be successful you have to be giving out. So success is inversely proportionate to dollar amount.
That's how we measure it, materialistic ways, but it all happens from giving. Yeah, I agree with that. Like how you said that. See, when you were starting about helping, I thought you were going to say physical, whether you're handing out labor, mentally, trying to build them, teaching them. I didn't think the 9. I'm going to have to go look this up now. Thanks.
So those are the 9 bhaktis.
Of helping.
Yeah.
9 bhaktis. I'm going to write this down. I got to do this to me. And 9 bhaktis. People, I recommend you look up this too, because I have a feeling this is going to help all of us. We're in life trying to help make a difference. What you shared, if you look this up, I'm sure you're looking to helping and making a difference as well. People see us as Indian, that's from right away, and define us as prejudiced, stereotypical from there or speak this language. But I learned Punjabi while I was learning English, but to read and write it was after English. I learned English first. Right? To read and write Punjabi came after.
Same here. I learned to read and write Punjabi in Surrey when I came to Canada. Yeah, Surrey gave me everything. Surrey gave me music, language, art, religion, culture, spirituality, volunteer work, everything. I come from a business family.
Yeah.
So Surrey gave me all the other side.
Yeah, that's unique. Okay, I did not think that. I would have presumed or assumed or. Wow.
And you know who taught me Punjabi Uda Eda? My wife, after marriage.
Really?
Yeah, so she's my teacher for my Punjabi.
So, besides English, what's your mother tongue then?
My mother tongue is Punjabi. We used to speak and understand, but could not read and write.
Oh, okay.
So I was like illiterate to read and write.
Yeah.
So I had done all my part memorized through English Gutke. But if you ask me the meaning, I said, why are you asking me?
Yeah.
But to connect to the divine, to Gurbani, then I had to learn Gurmukhi. And I feel that that has opened so much for me in terms of music, language, history, culture, poetry, and of course Gurbani.
Things start to make sense more. Yeah, right? It's funny. I learned Punjabi because I was in India, and I just go to the bus station. I mean, I didn't ask anybody. I was backpacking. And you get to the same bus adda, and along the top or on the bus it says where they're going.
Yeah.
And so at the beginning, you just know in that area, those buses are going there, in that area, they're going there, and that there. But when you've hit the bus station 20 times in the last 2 months, now you got to ask, like, where is this bus going? Where is, because you've been to almost every one, right?
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, this one's going to go over there, or this one's going to go over there. And then you get on the wrong bus and they're lying to you sometimes. They put the kid on the wrong bus, right? So finally I said, I got to learn the language.
Yeah.
So on one of my bus trips and train rides, I picked up a Keda, Ura Era Iri, and within
Self-taught. What I'm saying, if you lose wealth, you lose a little bit. If you lose health, you lost something more. If you lose your culture, your language, you lost a lot. So that's more important.
Yeah. Dad said something in regards to that. It's like a tree, the roots. You lose your roots, it's tumbling down.
Absolutely.
So your support system, what holds you up, are your roots.
Yeah.
Without that, your heritage, your background,
everything is gone.
You have to relearn yourself, redefine yourself, and then you even lose that because you're not really who you thought you were.
And look at the beauty of Canada. We are in a multicultural country, and I've met so many times our Prime Minister, Right Honorable Justin Trudeau, and one line of his always echoes to me, that we are strong because of our differences. We are strong because of our multicultural background, which is a problem in a lot of other countries. You can see with recent elections and all those things, defining race and all those things, and prejudice against color and religion. But we are living in what I call not heaven, super heaven.
Well, we're going to create it. I think the start is here. It's starting in the main demographic regions. Acceptance is there. I think you see it more and more because kids are going to school with the different backgrounds, and instead of growing up like, oh, who are those?
Yes.
You're growing up with them. You know who they are.
Absolutely.
Right? So you're more of a Canadian culture than the divisive Indo-Canadian or African American. It's very inclusive environment.
So what I say is we shouldn't define anybody depending on their colors, but color of their thoughts, color of their action, color of their humanity, color of their actions.
My legs feeling kind of weak this morning. I don't know, maybe blood circulation, or my foot was falling asleep more often than usual.
Okay.
What do I do?
We have to check you.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go on the table.
All right, time to get my checkup here. Let's see what happens. Yeah?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's get action.
Your heart sounds very, very nice. You want to listen to your heart?
Sure.
Sure. Put in your ears.
I play a little soccer here and there.
Yeah, and keep it close to you can press it. Just breathe normally and listen to your heart.
It's a great
pumping.
Feeling, man. That's
It
pretty
does.
awesome sound.
It does
To
pump.
tell you?
Yeah, it
no,
does.
That's good.
See, in our body there is a lot of music which we don't even know.
No, it's
So there's a
constant
music.
beat. It's
Constant beat and rhythm.
It is.
Yeah. Now can you put the finger to your nose?
Do you need my eyes closed? This is a sobriety test? I wasn't drinking. I drove here.
No, just checking your power. So put your finger to the nose, keep it there. Don't let me pull. Oh, strong. Otherwise.
Oh, that's what you're doing. I'm.
Now can you lift your leg up straight?
Sure.
More up.
Yeah.
You don't seem to be that weak. Good. Keep it down.
Yeah.
Now this next test is called the hammer test. So this is a reflex hammer.
Yeah.
So you're going to put there.
Yeah.
Why are you moving your arms? so all your reflexes are good. I think you're very, very healthy. I give you 300 out of 100. 100 out of 100 for being healthy.
What can I do with the extra 200?
200, how you earn. So 100 out of 100 for being healthy. 100 bonus because you have been very nice, kind and jovial. And third 100 because you look better than Shah Rukh Khan.
This is my new doctor.
Treat.
What? You have any other colors?
No, we have and a sticker.
Now that is cool.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in on this? Like, look at the treats I got. I got a sticker, and does everybody get one of these?
Yeah, they do.
What about the parents?
Parents sometimes. Girls they get Cinderella and other stuff.
okay,
Boys
okay.
they get Spider-Man and cars.
All right. You know what? I have to really thank you for
My
this.
pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Everything you've done, you've said. We haven't had time to go into all the stories. We are going to continue. Put it on the vlog, we'll put it on our website, onto Facebook, and then stay tuned. We are going to plug something big coming up from Dr. S.U.B here, and maybe we'll even team up a little bit and help each other out. So that'd be great. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll get you all the contact information for Doctor here, and thank you for inviting us into your home. That was beautiful. One more
Thank you.
time.
Thanks for coming
thank
and
you.
good luck. So again, like from last many years, a lot of TV channels are approaching me. So I finally decided to have my own show that will include the health part, the spiritual part, and bringing in guests. And those are the guests who are contributing provincially, locally, and nationally, but their lighter side, like their humble side, their human side. Like whatever we see them, it's always the uptight side, like decision making side, and the stubborn side, but their human side, their light side, and like a very open heart to heart, open dialogue. Like again, nobody knows when they're born they're going to become prime minister or defense minister or a doctor or a producer like you. So there are certain things that happen in life which propagate you to those avenues, and how to get further and take your compassion and take your desire and actions to manifest in a positive aspect, so that the human life is more better. I mean, the human life, the animal life, the environment, everything.
And now that happens with good interaction. Now, if you aren't able to communicate with somebody, you're not able to get out that lighter side story.
Absolutely.
So you yourself have to be a storyteller to get all of that out of these people. But you know what? I think you can do it. I honestly think.
Let's see how it goes.
We won't say where and when yet. We're gonna let you have this happen. You're gonna get in touch with us.
I will
and we're
definitely
gonna plug that for you.
I will, and we will have an open house when it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. So I like that. So you want to do a lighter side of people making a difference already within their own community, not necessarily Punjabi community, but the Canadian
Community in general. We are Canadian.
Yeah.